Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the 5Cs. This is Planet Head, and I am playing with Robert Gould Shaw here. Um, just wanted to do a quick video today as I came across something, which is in addition to some other. Oh, and she hears me talking, and she wants to say hi. Hey, puppy, how you doing? Okay, now she's gone. Okay. Oh, and my favorite T-shirt. Boom. If you don't know the reference, where have you been? Um, so, as a little reference here, if you've noticed, whenever I have the full beard going on, if you've watched the show Game of Thrones, I am a large person, about 6'5", 6'6", and I didn't mean to wear this today. But whenever somebody died, no spoilers, even though the show's been out for a long time, um, I would walk around and literally for 2 weeks, random strangers would walk up to me on the street. They wouldn't say, "Hey, you remind me of Hodor." They would walk up and quizzically say, uh, "Hey, do you watch Game of Thrones?" And I would turn to them and go, "Yes, I know. I look exactly like Hodor, um, just from my size and everything." So now I'm Hodor if he was an Eagles fan with an old crusty hat. Um, but so that's where the shirt comes from. I didn't mean to talk about that. Alrighty. So maybe this will be a little bit longer video. So real quick, some I know I've talked about being able to raise your standings doing distribution missions and storyline missions in the past. Some other quick notes that you can do to raise your statistics, and I haven't done these. There's uh, one that is very well known, but I just want to point it out to anybody that's out there. It is the Epic Arc missions. And those are, if you go into your agency, and then, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's under agents and missions, and then Epic Arcs here. The first one is done by the Sisters of Eve. Anyone can do that set of missions. I haven't yet, um, but I have read up on them. They say basically you could do those on day one. There's a lot of missions involved with that, and you can make some good starting ISK. Uh, what I have heard is that the final mission you might need to have somebody to pair up with if you don't have the skills for it. But I think there's something like 40 to 50 missions involved with that, so it'll take a while. The other missions down here are, and this will help your standings with the corporations that you're doing them for, if I'm not mistaken, because you're doing missions for different corporations of different um, uh, the four major factions. So you're flying around doing those. It's a good way to see the world too, I guess, similar to distribution missions. But the other thing too is the final mission, or near the final mission, I think you get to choose which faction you want to boost your stats with, and then you get a big boost there. I'm not sure how much, but it is there. I invite you to try it out if you want to increase your standings. But you have to choose which one you want to do the mission for, I guess. But really helpful to new players. Long term, and I think you can do this once every 6 months. If I'm wrong with that, somebody just comment. Let me know. The second one is these epic arc missions. Now these are a little bit longer, and are a little bit shorter. If you look here, like the wildfire mission, each one is for one of the major republics, and then you've got some pirate epic arc missions, which I actually did not know. Okay, but for the major factions, as an example, we'll go into the Minmatar one. You have to I think you actually have to have specific standings to do these. And I think it's also similar to storyline missions. If you do one for one group, it may lower your stats for another. But these are out there, and I think they're actually very challenging. But really, maybe something for somebody who's wanting to work on their PvE, raise their standings. This might be a long-term goal or a medium-term goal, I think. Um, this might be something that I'm interested in doing fairly soon. I might even do the Bloodstained Stars if I get some time. The rest of this week is going to be me working. I got to work a ton, so my video time will be a little bit limited. My gameplay time will stay about the same, uh, but last but not least, and this is something that I found, and I had never heard of it before. Let me see if I've got it here. But I came across it in a system, um, and it was an agent who had an event mission. And what it was, and even though it said it was a security mission, it was a distribution mission. And what it turns out, I was able to figure, and I couldn't find anything on them on the web. And then as I was actually digging into some of the lore of the world, I was pulling up one of the systems. I think it was. This is where the deep dives can actually help your gameplay too. I was trying to see if there was any information on the system of its. Where was it? Odatrick. I was just there and I was like, oh, I'll just do a Google search. And it came up, one of the Google search things came up with circle missions. And I was like, what is a circle mission? Ironically, I just finished them. Um, but this is something that basically you're doing a circle of missions. And even though they say they're security missions, most of them, if not all of them, the ones that I've run have been all distribution missions. You pick up one item and you take it to another spot. When you get to that other spot, you drop off the item, you get your money for it, but then they have a mission right there to go to the next spot, and you basically go into a circle until they run out of missions. Um, the other kind of neat part here, and I did not know this when I was doing them, was that each group has 5 to 8 circle agents, but some of the missions actually increase your faction standing, not just your corporate standing. And I double checked that because I did just finish mine, and this is just for the 4 major factions. But let me jump out here and I'll go into my interactions. I did the Minmatar ones. I didn't even mean to. I was just doing them. And I was just checking out to see what it was. And, oops, it's interactions I'm looking for. And we will go down here to Minmatar. And these 3 faction upgrades right here were all from doing the missions for the Minmatar. So if you look here, we've got the mission Coolant Run, the mission Native Fresh Food Special, and the mission here of Call to Arms. So if I pull up the thing here, the wiki from Eve University, we've got in order. Let's see here. Retrieve memo. There's my Coolant Run, Native Fresh Food Special, and Call to Arms. And all of those were bonuses, not just to the corporations I did, but for my faction standing. Now, I didn't even check this out. I wonder if I lost standing, but I did lose a little bit of standing with my Amar. Let's see how much I lost. So, for the... it doesn't tell me which one it is there, but I can go back. For the first one there, I lost 0.065, and Minmatar is their main hater. And for the first one, I gained 0.117. So there's a more of a positive than a negative on there. So basically, and I had no idea these were out there. I hadn't heard anything about them. Maybe they're an old thing that was built and people forgot about them. But this is the page you want to go to if you want to. Wiki University / the circle missions, or circle_missions. And these can raise your stats pretty quick and get you some quick money. It's just distribution missions. And I even think if I remember correctly, I can't remember the size of the items, but I think the items were actually very small. You might even be able to do these missions with a frigate. So, um, so that's about that. I'm trying to think if there was anything else going on. Shout out to a couple of guys who have responded to me in the Eve channels. Um, I have made a. I'll just show you here. I'm debating on putting it up. Yesterday I made a video, my first lore video here for the System of Pator. Another fellow said, hey, it'd be great if you could do something for here, which is fantastic. I'm going to fly there next week and see what I can do. But I'm not sure if, while I have the info on there, I want to rewatch it. Like I was saying, the lore videos that I want to start doing, I want to spend more time building them and actually making them a little bit more entertaining instead of me just talking. And part of me just wants to post this as a beginner, and then show how I grow with the creating the videos. But another part of me doesn't want to post it. It's not a bad video. It's just similar to the ones I do. But I don't want to get into the rut like I have with this of just talking. I want to spend some time doing a little bit of editing. So even if it's a small thing, I think I'd like to add something into it every single time I do that. So I will try to post that in the next day or so. While I am going to be working 55 hours over the next 5 days, so that's going to be fun. Plus travel time and stuff. So my free time, I will be playing and doing laundry. But other than that, quick video today. I just really wanted to jump in and just show you guys that. Not a long video today, but I thought that might be helpful to anybody that's out there. I am going to be finishing off maybe my next Minmatar mission, and then maybe flying out to Caldari space. I haven't spent a lot of time out there, and just checking that out over the next couple of days. So I've gotten some really good. I really love Minmatar space, but I don't want to get stuck there. So I think this is going to stay my home base. I'll constantly come back here, but I want to branch out. And like you've seen, I like to move around a lot and just check things out. So, alrighty. Well, that's about it. I hope you guys appreciate the shortness of this video. But have a great week if I don't talk to you much. If you want to join in, please feel free to comment in the YouTube section. Or you can join the 5Cs. I've got a fellow in there I was talking to last night. He's on right now. Fantastic guy. And if you want to join the 5Cs chat room, it's the 5 Well, hey, hold on 1 second. Gotta pull up my junky little picture. Where are you? There we go. If you want to join the in-game chat, it's the 5Cs. Or you can mail me at Robert Gould Shaw. That's the main character that I'm playing right now. I want to probably use that as my contact mail. I do have 2 other characters on my account, but that's the one. If anybody wants to contact me, please do. Or you can check us out. And we are the Alexandrian Ring. Well, I am the Alexandrian Ring. Alrighty. You guys have a great day. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however the heck you want, and stay alive. There we go.